The economic consequences of the coronavirus pandemic are going to be horrific, and a year from now, the world will not look the same. Hi everyone, this is Mike Maloney, and this video is about what I'm doing personally to get prepared for the coronavirus. And the number one thing is staying informed. And for that, if you go to our own website, goldsilver.com, there's always news on the website. Cameron is a guy that I met in 7th grade. We've been best friends for more than 50 years, and he puts up dozens of stories every single day. This will keep you informed more on the economic consequences of the coronavirus. For the best overview, by far the best information on the pandemic comes from Chris Martenson at Peak Prosperity. Chris is a friend of mine. I've been working with him much more closely lately, and he's got a series of videos that are very, very informative. So this is the best information that you can get on the pandemic. His PhD is in toxicology from Duke University's pathology department. So this is, the department that studies stuff like this. So he is an expert. He knows what he's talking about on this stuff. And what he does is all day long lately, every single day, he is combing through every website with all the information that he can get on the spread of the coronavirus and how contagious it is and what the death rate is and so on. And he tries to boil all this down into an executive summary each day. So these are very, very worth watching. Please go there and take a look at that. And then go to his website, and there's plenty of information on it. One of them is how he's personally preparing. And at the bottom of that article, there are links to several of the trackers and other sources. And when you go to those trackers, they're all interesting for different reasons. They all have different features and reasons that you might want to go look at them. But this one I find very interesting because it shows you how the spread of this speeds up. This goes day by day, starting on the 23rd of January, and you can see it's slow at first, but now in a day we're getting 10,000 cases in a day. So this is huge. This is we're seeing the rest of the world just ramping up right now, like it was in the Hubei province of China. Initially, if you watch that the first day or so, it's slow like these other ones are. Now, there's Wu Flu Live, which is also very interesting. It has some maps and so on, and every one of them has different features. Johns Hopkins, this is a great tracker, a lot of great information. I like this one, worldometers.info is where it's located. And the reason I like it is it's got this feature. All of the other graphs that you've seen are linear. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. That's a linear chart. This one you can click on logarithmic so you get the rate of change, the percentage change. From 100 to 1,000 is 10 times. From 1,000 to 10,000 is 10 times. And from 10,000 to 100,000 is 10 times. So the rate of change here is constant. And what you see here is that the infection rate seems to be slowing down. Now, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Maybe this is just testing the limits of the government's ability to test people and track this. However, the total deaths is showing the same trajectory. So that is encouraging. This thing, the draconian measures that the Chinese government has imposed on its own people and the massive quarantines, which I believe now exceed the population of the United States. They're basically in lockdown. They can't travel from city to city and such. Now, one thing that doesn't make any sense is the stock markets are setting all-time highs. Well, it doesn't make any sense unless you believe that the Federal Reserve and the Plunge Protection Team are manipulating the stock markets right now to keep everybody feeling good. But you've got, everything is up here, but gold is still dirt cheap. And I'll make a video on, what I'm doing financially later. But a few of the other things that I've done is I've also got enough supplies so that if the worst happens, if worst comes to worst, I'll be able to get by just fine without leaving my house for more than a month, a few months. And so having some nitrogen-packed dehydrated emergency food, I've had that for years. I've sort of gotten ready for this. Last week, I ordered quite a bit of canned food, and you can order canned food off of Amazon. And I also went to the store and bought, beef stew, chili, canned green beans to dump into chili or beef stew. I'm love vegetables, and so all of these canned things don't have enough vegetables in it. So diced tomatoes, things like that. Dried foods, lots of water. I've got 20, 30 gallons of water on hand just in case there's some problem with the water system. Paper towels, toilet paper, and such. But you also probably want to have things like cash. I went and got a lot of cash because there is a possibility that, if there is a panic, that you could see a banking holiday. And during Hurricane Maria, I was in Los Angeles, so I didn't have to go through that. But the people that were here, it was very, very difficult. And I was able to give a friend the combination to my safe over the phone, and he was able to distribute cash that I had in my safe. I had several $1,000s, gave it to my friends, my contractor, my maid. Everybody got by through the hurricane a lot easier because they each had $1,000 or a few $1,000s that I gave to them. So having extras of these things, masks, gloves, eyewear. I've got a lot of sunglasses coming, and I've got a 10-pack of those clear goggles and stuff like that. So that's really it for this video. Good luck. It really is time to protect yourself and get out there ahead of the herd. When you see some of the pictures coming from China, it looks pretty bad. So thanks again for listening. And if you got anything from this, please give it a thumbs up and share it with anybody that you care about. We'll see you next time. Thanks.